Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. It's Wednesday, January 27th. I'm Jeff here with Stephanie and Erica. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Oh,
that's how you said it.
I was trying to be more like, hello, Miss Lady. I was trying to be like that guy.
Oh, you Mary Poppins or something?
No, I was trying to be like, you know, a Southern gentleman.
Gentle.
It sounded like a weird Oliver Twist.
Oh, well,
may I have some more?
Yeah, pretty
It won't be
much.
the first time I bomb, and it was the first 5 seconds. Let's see how many more times we can do it. Let's get right to it. Paris Hilton is opening up about wanting to start a family. Speaking on the Trend Report with Mara podcast, That's an interesting name. Paris says she and her boyfriend have started the IVF process. Her friend Kim Kardashian told her about it and even referred her to her doctor. Paris says she wants twins and was told that IVF was the only way to ensure that would happen. Let's listen.
I think it's just something that most women should do just to have, and then you can pick if you want boys or girls, just because I really want to have twins that are a boy and a girl. So the only way to 100% get that is by, making it happen that way.
I still hear that Paris from her reality show days. So it's interesting to hear her talk about something very important and very relevant.
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely something that I've looked at. I'm going to be 40 in a couple weeks, and we would like to have a family. So you have to have all of your options open at that point. Interestingly enough, we haven't gone down this road because I do believe that eventually we'll get pregnant. Knock on wood.
There you go. I'll give you one too.
But even if we did it that way, I don't believe that we would do pick the gender.
That's where I wanted to go with this.
I feel like it might be putting too much of, playing too much with things, although some people feel that IVF is playing too much with things.
Right.
But, I mean, to each their own. If that's what she wants to do, then God bless.
Yeah, we were just having an interesting conversation before the show, right? So I just want to talk a little bit about picking the eye color, right? Not necessarily the IVF process, which I had no idea was so common. So many of my friends are doing that, trying to get pregnant. I didn't know that, growing up. I thought you just got drunk and whatever. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. That was from friends. We were talking about that too earlier. But anyways, I don't know, I'm a religious guy, kind of, and I don't know about playing God with the eye color, the sex of the baby, different things like that. That's kind of where I wanted to bring the conversation.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, if I had unlimited resources and AKA I was mega rich, would I do it? Probably, yeah. I would.
You would pick the gender?
Yeah,
or you would...
absolutely. If I could afford to, I want a baby girl. Well, not right now, but if I could pick, one day I'd be I want a girl. So
and
I would
eye
do
color
it.
And everything? Would you mess around with that
I wouldn't
stuff?
probably be as bothered about the eye color because I would want whoever I'm with it to just look like however the baby's meant to be when they come out. I hope that they would look like whatever without me messing with that too much.
Yeah.
Because I would be scared as well. I mean, I guess by the time if that ever happens, technology already is so advanced that you could, pick all of those things. But I don't know. I understand why she wants to do it, and I think, like you said as well, it's so much more common than we think. I know so many girls younger than me, older than me, that go through this process, and like Erica said, she's 39, same age as Erica, and if you want a child, sometimes you have to think about, well, how am I going to get this baby? Because, like you said, getting drunk and just doing it one time isn't always the way.
Yeah,
Jeff.
it's a little different at 39 than it was at 19. 19, I could probably have had a whole football team.
Whoa!
Well, I mean, knocked it out. I'm just saying it was possible that
way. I could just see Roosevelt right now shaking his head at home.
Well, no. Roosevelt was trying to keep me away from the football team in 19.
Locking her in the house you ain't going nowhere. Wait, Jeff, but you've got 2 boys.
Yes.
Would you ever do this to get a girl?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
I wouldn't. No. I just get drunk. I'm kidding. Again, I'm kidding. I wouldn't, though. I wouldn't want to pick what God has in store for us is what He has in store for us. That's my philosophy.
Yeah.
I know.
Gender can be a very fluid thing.
I'd be the first one on the front line signing up. I'd be like, yep, if this guarantees me a girl, I will do it. Why not?
And then you'll get a girl who's like, actually, Mom, I'm a boy.
Yeah.
That's the thing about gender.
I mean,
it's just
you never
something
know.
to consider.
You never know. I mean, it's so true. And maybe if you mess with things too much, who knows? If I worry, if you mess with babies' eyes or their hair color and stuff, that could lead to other problems. Surely, I don't know.
See, now you're getting into it a little bit deeper. Think about it. All right. Why is everything dirty to me? I don't know. All right, here we're getting a first look at Kristen Stewart as the late Princess Diana. All right, check out this photo from our upcoming movie, Spencer, right? The movie is currently filming in Germany, and it is expected to be released next year, okay? So here's a look at Diana next to Kristen.
Oh, dang, I thought that was Diana.
I'm like, wait, they messed up the pictures. Well, I guess you got our opinion. So what do you think? Did she pull it off? Well, we do.
Absolutely.
Kristen wasn't an obvious choice. I don't even know why we have to go here, but social media had their opinion saying she wasn't the best fit. Who cares about social media? I think that just the look of it, she nailed it because I thought that was Diana.
I thought it was Diana too.
I looked previously before coming on, so I knew it wasn't, but I thought she has pulled the look off, the stylist, the hair I think is imperative here. Critical, in fact. And she looks the spitting image, to be honest. And I think, you know, I was really big into The Crown as well, and I think the actress that played Diana also in The Crown was fantastic too. She looked wonderful. But what is going to be interesting here is how is she going to pull off the accent, because apparently already she's saying she's struggling, she doesn't know if she can do it, and she was saying she might just put her own spin on it. No, you can't be Lady Di and then rock up with an American accent.
Yeah.
That's not going to work for me.
Now,
yeah, I'm with you.
I haven't seen The Crown. In The Crown, is the actress playing actual Diana, or
Yes.
is she a depict? Okay.
No, she's playing Diana, and it's like from a few years ago in the royal family to present day. Well,
okay.
Up until Harry and everything being born.
Yeah. I wasn't familiar with that one, but I do know, like, if you're going to represent someone, then you have to try to get as close as possible.
Right.
If it's like the idea.
It's not like, oh, here's my take on being Diana. No, you're meant to be Diana. And there's a lot rolling on this. So the author of this movie, which is a weekend in the life of Diana, is meant to be set over Christmas time when she made the decision to leave Prince Charles. So that's when this movie is about, this one weekend when she makes the decision. So I think it's very imperative. And also, Jeff, you might be really into this because the gentleman that's written it wrote Peaky Blinders. So I'm expecting something epic. So don't mess with Stephen's work. Do it right and get the voice right, or don't do it at all.
Okay, girl.
I like that take. Let me give you a different take. Do you think maybe she's not comfortable, or she thinks that she can't fill those shoes, so she's making excuses?
Well, then don't do it.
I'm totally just guessing.
Don't do it then. If you don't have the confidence to do it for that role, I mean, I understand it's going to be scary. It's a huge shoes to fill.
It's huge.
But you've got to go out there and do your best and not be beforehand. I mean, it's kind of like she's what's the word? Not premonition. What's the word? Like, you're putting it out there before it's even happened.
Oh,
a premonition?
like tempering the
I
expectations.
think she's kind of saying that, so like no one expects too much of her. But then I'm like, come on, like don't be saying that, you know?
Yeah, I'm with you. All right.
Pay for training. You're rich enough. Get that voice right.
Okay.
Wow, give it to Kristen
Steph will
Stewart.
train you.
Why is it? Well,
Oh no, my voice isn't posh enough like Lady Di's, and hers was really soft and lovely, and I'm really rough and northern, so I wouldn't be very good.
All right, let's get this last story in. Amanda Gorman's star keeps rising and getting brighter. It was announced today that the poet will be taking part in the Super Bowl pregame show next Sunday. It was just last week that the 22-year-old impressed everyone from me, well, I'm not on this list, to Oprah, to former President Obama with her with her poem during the inauguration speech. I got it out. Earlier this week, Amanda also signed with IMG Models. The deal will obviously expand her personal brand through endorsements and editorial opportunities. And get this, her books, which haven't even been released, are #1 and #2 on Amazon's bestseller list. Now, just for me, when I heard her speak for the first time, that poem, I didn't know the story about the stuttering or the lisp, whatever the association with Biden was. I was moved. I was like, that is amazing for a young woman to speak at an inauguration in front of all those people. I was moved. So it's just, what do you think, Erica?
Well, I mean, you're talking about, you know, she's Ivy League alum. She has, like, you know, all of these accolades behind her name. But what was so powerful in that moment is we're all watching. Like, the whole world is watching her. And you just see, like, it's very seldom that you look at someone and actually visibly see their star rise.
Yeah.
Like, you just knew. Everyone who was captivated by her performance, like, she is someone very special and has a gift to give to the world. And the idea that she wrote that poem while the Capitol was being infiltrated during the insurrection, she wrote all of those words, really putting our thoughts and our emotion as a country into what she was going to say just 2 weeks later. I mean, it's really a remarkable thing, and I'm so proud of her.
Yeah, it was special. It was special.
Oh, she's incredible. And what kind of, I find not laughable, but people are saying, oh, sudden success. How must it be to be suddenly successful? It's like, hang on a minute. She went to Harvard. Hang on a minute. She's on the board of one of the youngest writing. It's called 826 National. So it's like a huge youth writing poetry book. She's on the board of that. She's submitted to so many things. She's written so much. And it's just a blessing that Jill Biden saw her and gave her this amazing opportunity to, like Erica said, let that star shine. And I think sometimes there's so many amazing and talented people in this world, and it's just them getting that one chance of getting put on that platform or someone seeing them. And I'm so grateful that she's been able to do this. She's already signed with WME as well for her books and signings. And I mean, of course, IMG models are going to snap her up. Look at the girl.
She is gorgeous.
She is next level. She's
the
superstar.
Skinny black girl in her thing. I was like, no, that's model black girl.
She's superstar.
Well, good for her. Coming up on DBL, Jennifer Lopez is defying the age gods and looking better than ever. But is Botox a part of the routine? Stephanie tells us what's up. And from comedy to taking on Scientology and making us laugh in a new game show, Leah Remini does it all. She's talking to Tori later in Chatting with the Stars.
It's important to get the facts right on COVID-19 and vaccines, and that's why we verify and do it with transparency. So what are we verifying? Well, claims that a new bill was passed that lets kids in the US get vaccinated without their parents' consent. So why are we verifying this? Well, multiple articles have made this claim and have been circulating for months now, and the claims are still being shared on social media. Many posts say that this bill is trying to remove parents' rights to make medical decisions for their kids. Our main source to find out if this is true is the Council of the District of Columbia. That's DC's local legislative body. So these claims take a nugget of truth and then build a bunch of false information around it to make a larger false claim. Let's start with what is true. In December, DC council members passed this bill into local ordinance. Basically, it permits a minor to consent to receive a vaccine even if they don't have parental consent, but with specific parameters. But that's not what these claims say. They claim a new bill was passed that lets kids in the entire US get vaccinated without their parents' consent, and that's false. This bill only affects some children in the Washington, D.C. area. With your Verify, I'm Jason Puckett.
Welcome back to DBL. I'm Stephanie Jones with the week's hottest celebrity gossip, like why Jennifer Lopez is facing off against rumors about her face and the on-set demand that shows that Glenn Close and Cruella Deville have in common. It's What Up Wednesday. Our first stop is in Miami, where J-Lo is celebrating an anniversary. It's been 20 years since the release of her hit song, Love Don't Cost a Thing, and the 51-year-old marked the occasion by strutting to it on the beach. Here's what's up. The song is not the only thing that's remained timeless. Jennifer's age-defying appearance is also a pretty hot topic. The singer also doubled down on claims this week that she does not use Botox or injections. So, what is her beauty secret? Well, she told People magazine that it's olive oil and kindness. So, does that mean not only is her love free, but her dashingly good looks are too? Lucky girl. Next up, the Big Apple. Liverpool, home to 21-year-old son of David and Victoria Beckham, Brooklyn Beckham. The aspiring model made headlines with his new tattoo. Underneath a large image of his fiance's eyes is a note in her handwriting. It's signed, "Your future wifey," and it takes up the upper half of his back. So here's what's up. People are quickly pointing out that the sweet tribute might be a tad premature, considering he's pretty young and they're not married yet. However, of course, Brooklyn does not seem fazed by the critics. I mean, can you blame him? Mum and dad have got tattoos for each other, and they're like the hottest, most in love couple like ever. Our final stop today is London, England, the setting of the 1996 movie 101 Dalmatians, of course starring Glenn Close as Cruella Deville. Now, her character might have been dastardly and evil, but you cannot deny that Cruella brought her fashion A-game. And guess what? That's why Glenn Close included in her contract demands that she gets to keep all of Cruella's outfits. Yeah, you heard me right. Every single one. Here's what's up. Apparently Disney are not too happy that she snuck this one in because Cruella's outfits were so expensive, and it looks like Cruella still managed to get the last laugh. That's it for this week's What Up Wednesday. Daily Blast Live will be right back after this.
We all know that movement is like medicine, but getting...
Welcome back to DBL. Leah Remini is one celebrity you cannot put into a box. She rose to stardom as an actress, but has spent her recent years speaking out against Scientology as a former member. Now she's ready to make people laugh, hosting a brand new game show. She spoke with Torier about her ever-changing career in today's Chatting with the Stars.
Welcome, Leah Remini. I was a stand-up in around 2015, and you came to me after, and you took the time to look at me and say, keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna be good. You're gonna make it. So I've never gotten to say thank you. So I wanted to take this time to say thank you, because you made me stick with it.
Oh my God. That's a beautiful thing. Thank you for saying that. Like, that makes me get teary-eyed.
You were obviously super famous on King of Queens, but then you moved into activism. And I just wanted to know from your point of view, what's the difference between being an actress and being an activist, and the difference between being famous for both?
There's not a whole lot of repercussions that come with acting, but activism is very different because there's not a whole lot of organizations that come after you the way Scientology comes after you. $3 billion organization, a business for profit. There is a big difference between being somebody who's out there speaking or exposing truth. They don't always get attacked by an organization calling itself a church with tax exemption. All of these people who are speaking out against Scientology have repercussions every day to what they do by Scientology. And that is not why churches have tax exemptions. They have tax exemptions because they are benefiting the public in some way. They use their millions and millions of dollars, $3 billion to be exact, to harass and stalk, to silence people and to discredit them. That's what they do with their tax exemption.
I know you don't want to consider yourself brave, but you are, and you're saving lives by doing it. I know you don't want to say that about yourself, but it's an enormous, brave step that you've done, because Scientology is not an easy monster to conquer. So bravo on that. I don't know if anybody told you they loved you today, but I love you.
Thank you so much. All right, now down to business.
Let me get to your game show. How was hosting for you?
Well, for me, the people puzzler, when this came along, to be able to connect with people who just want to be there to have fun. Like, everybody who comes to the show, they leave and I'm like, I feel bad, I want to give you something. And they're like, are you kidding me? I had the best time today. I laughed today for the first. So for me, and the same for me, it was like, it fills me up. I hope that I continue to do the show because I just love it. I have no complaints other than, I have to change a lot, and changing things is not so easy. They should give me an award for that. But so far I'm having like an amazing time, and that's like no BS, by the way.
Everybody get ready to laugh and take a break from your time. It is at 6 p.m. Eastern on the Game Show Network every weekday. We so appreciate Leah Remini, and also from me to you, what a full circle moment. It's really been an honor being able to chat with you again. Thanks again.
And I'm so glad that you believe in yourself, and you still continue to believe in yourself. I'm sure you have your ups and downs like all of us.
I'm gonna go cry. Thank you so much, Leah. Thank you. Thanks again, Leah.
Don't get me teary-eyed. I got lashes on.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
Now that coronavirus testing is required for any traveler returning to the U.S. from abroad, will vaccines be far behind? Let's connect the dots. Until coronavirus vaccines become readily available, testing will be a necessary part of travel, at least when it comes to traveling abroad. But what about when vaccines are available? Experts say it will be unlikely a coronavirus shot will be required for domestic travel. Most airlines in the U.S. have not required tests before boarding, so experts think it is unlikely they will require vaccines. But if you are traveling internationally, it might be a different story. Qantas Airlines, an Australian carrier, has already announced it will require passengers to get a coronavirus vaccine. Korean Air says it is thinking about it as well. Some countries already require specific vaccinations before you can enter. For example, a lot of places in Africa and South America require proof you have been vaccinated against yellow fever. So how will you provide proof you have been vaccinated? When you are vaccinated for yellow fever, you are given a so-called yellow card you can present for entry. Experts predict something similar can be done for coronavirus, but the much more likely solution will be an app that stores proof of your vaccination. A few are already being tested, with one called Common Pass seen as the most promising.
DBL, there's been a lot of new trends catching on during the pandemic, and did you know straightening your teeth is one of them?
Yeah.
That's right. We're chatting about it on DBL's Smile Bright. That was exciting, presented by Smile Direct Club. Several dental offices have reported an increase in adults wanting work on their teeth done. Whether it's straightening or whitening, maybe all the Zoom calls or virtual meetings are to blame, we don't know. According to the American Dental Association, 7 in 10 Americans are self-conscious about their teeth, and 50% try to smile with their mouth closed. So when it comes to your teeth, Smile Direct Club offers affordable and convenient dental care, or conventional dental care, I should say, from aligners to teeth whitening. Convenient. Let me just finish. Aligners to teeth whitening and more. Visit SmileDirectClub.com to learn more. Sorry, I screwed that up at the end, but chompers, let's talk about them.
Yeah, I've had a lot of work done on my teeth because I went to the dentist like 20 years ago, and he's like, you won't be able to chew by the time that you're 21.
Wow.
So I had no choice. A lot of people are like that.
Well, I think your teeth are beautiful. Both of your teeth are beautiful.
As are yours.
Thanks. I whiten them all the time.
Everyone's beautiful. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you.